So, ladies and gentlemen, our current sitting president is stepping down. And I'm a little bummed out about it because I really liked our president, but we'll get into that in a bit. So, President Biden, he announced it on Twitter and he left this post. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we've made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care for 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first American woman in the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been my greatest honor of my life to serve you as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe that it is in the best interest of my party and country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust that you've placed in me. I believe today what I've always have, that there is nothing America can't do, and we will do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. I don't know what the Democrats were thinking, man. Honestly, when I look at this, I feel like this is like a clearance sale for like Trump. Like, oh yeah, you want to be the president? Yeah, fucking yeah, we're having a discount at any price that you want. Like, it's like, what are you guys doing, man? Like, honestly, like the impression that I get from this is that the Democrats will do anything just to win. At least that's the impression I'm getting, because it's like, my dude, like he was like the most likable candidate that you guys had. Well, he's also the president, but I can't imagine like anybody else voting for anybody like Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, Cory Booker. I can't imagine anybody saying, yeah, I can get behind them within like the span of like 5 months or even less than that, because the election is right around the corner. Just imagine, to the Democrats, man, like if they say, yeah, we're gonna have Kamala Harris be our candidate, are you guys really gonna say, yeah, we're gonna get right behind Kamala Harris? If my recollection serves me well, I remember during the presidency or during the candidacy when they were trying to run for president for 2021, I remember there was a lot of people that had a ton of problems with Kamala Harris. And not only that, as a vice president, I have not heard from Kamala Harris at all. Where has she been? So because again, it's all about optics. It's not about the policies that she's going to implement. Obviously, as you guys know, Trump is very effective when it comes to optics, and he's been doing such a fantastic job optically, and so many people are beginning to support Trump. Biden was the most likable candidate that they had, at least right now at this moment, because they didn't take the time to develop any other candidate. So the Democrats are going to be in a storm right now, man. Hurricane Biden. And for the Republicans, hang on a second. All right, now I'm in a much better fit. And for the Republicans, these guys are going to be bowing down to the floor, praising the paranormal forces that allowed this entire situation to occur. Honestly, man, there's already a ton of Republicans out there that are commenting below this post talking about Trump won. While you have an image of Trump pointing down, Biden's gonna be devastated when he learns about this. Another tweet from Laura Loomer. Now you all see why they tried to assassinate Donald Trump. This was all planned. Another banger tweet, Joe. We have Anna Kasparian as well. This was the right move. Well, for your sake, Anna, the Democrats hope that you're right, because if not, then the Democrats practically handed Trump this victory. Because I just cannot imagine anybody wanting to vote for Kamala Harris, especially because she has not been present optically. And if you're wondering, is that important? Well, to me, not exactly, but to a lot of people, it's absolutely important that they're present optically. And that's what makes Trump so unbelievably effective, because he's always looking for that next viral moment. I mean, just take a look at his photo. That photo looks so perfect on a Time magazine. And if you take a look at Kamala Harris, there's no image like that, no powerful image. At least an image of her at a rave pumping her fist, that would have been much better than what you can find online. I have no idea what the Democrats are going to do. It's looking very bleak, opaque, And I don't even know if they can see that this was an absolutely terrible idea. I think that this was a terrible idea, personally, because Biden, I like Biden, and I'm sure that there's many people out there that like Biden, but you know, the Democrats have spoken. They think that this is the best decision to defeat Trump, but honestly, I really don't know. Again, the future, no one's been to the future, so nobody can really tell you what's going to happen. And as you guys know, when it comes to politics, it's incredibly volatile. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out, because one of the strategies that I can think of that the Democrats are probably going to use is going to be the whole age issue. They're probably going to bring out somebody who's much younger than Trump, 30 years younger than Trump, and they're going to hit Trump over the head with that. I can imagine it too. Wait a minute, didn't you guys say that Biden was too old and that he couldn't serve because he was too old? And then the Republicans, yeah, but Trump's assassination attempt, God chose him, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to reiterate this, but I feel like I have to. Politics is incredibly volatile. Anything can happen. It's very difficult to determine an outcome because even the polls are inaccurate at times. So with that being said, I'm off my seats and on my toes, and I'm excited to see what's going to occur. I'm sure that there's going to be many more memeable moments, and I'm definitely going to capitalize on that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. That's all I have for you guys. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today.